Okay, let me give a quick overview of the entire PMP. I'll try to make it under 5 minutes. So first of all, we have a need assessment, what we want to do. What is the reason of doing that project? And that is of course to increase the business value, which can be tangible. And the tangible is covered in the business case, the benefit to the cost thing, or intangible, which is brand recognition, the benefit management plan. Once this is approved, you move to the next step. You make a document that start the project. It is project charter. It authorizes the project and it says that okay, now we can start the project. It has each and every single thing at a high level thing. Okay, we have authorized the project. We have high level scope, schedule, cost, quality, key milestone, etc. etc. We also made assumption log along it. Assumption log will have all the assumptions of the project management. Once this is done, this step is completed, then we identify the stakeholders and share project charter with the key stakeholder. The identified stakeholders are categorized upward, downward, sideward, inward, outward, and then they are prioritized using power interest matrix. The stakeholders who are high power, high interest, high power, low interest, they are more important than any other stakeholder. So for these stakeholder, we put them into stakeholder engagement matrix, where we will check the current engagement of the stakeholder and desired. And we make stakeholder engagement matrix for this purpose. And then we make stakeholder engagement plan for the strategies that are required to engage the stakeholders. Now we make a communication management plan which will cover 4 hours of communication. Right information at right time to right people to have right impact. We will look into that, and once the communication plan is authorized, we'll start communicating through it. Everything that is going to communicate in the project will happen to communication management plan. Then we make resource management plan, which will talk about who has which responsibility, when the resources will come, resource calendar, how to acquire the resources, manage the resources, develop them, identifying their training requirement, how to acquire, manage, develop, train them, and finally release them. So we use one of the Tuckman ladder: forming, storming, norming, performing, adjourning. That defines when the stakeholders are coming, when the team is coming, where the team stands. We make team charter. That is that high level document, which basically it's a document which is kind of a working agreement among the team. Ground rules is a subset of it, how the team are gonna do, how the team is gonna make any kind of decision. So we make that, and we use emotional intelligence. A servant leader use emotional intelligence to understand what motivates the stakeholders, what motivates the team member. He uses active listening to handle any kind of conflict, and we want to use win-win situation for all the conflicts. Through requirement management plan, we collect the requirements, and through scope management plan, we basically clarify those requirements, and we make project scope statement and then scope baseline. Now this is the approved scope. Then we make schedule baseline and then cost baseline using the WBS that was made. We will use that. There are many estimation technique, but bottom up is the most accurate, and analogous estimation is the least accurate estimation. Now we have scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, all these plans. We decide to see, can we buy something or we have to make it ourselves. If we have to buy something, we use procurement management plan, and we make statement of work what we are going to buy. Depending upon the scope is fixed or variable, we will get a fixed price contract or time and material cost contract. Now we go outside in the market, have a look at the sellers, get a bidder conference, get the agreement, have them sign the agreement. We accept the things, close the procurement. Otherwise, if there's a conflict, we resolve the conflict. And of course, we have a risk management plan to tackle any kind of risk. And this discuss how the risk will be handled throughout the project. And we have risk register, which is a list of all risk, and issue log, which will look at all the issues in the project. Now the team will start working on the deliverables. The plans are ready, approved by the sponsor. They will start working on the deliverables, okay, in the execution. In control quality, we will check whether the deliverables are right or not. If not, we raise the change request. In the predictive, the change request goes to change control board. In agile, the change request directly go to the product backlog. Then client check and validate scope, that whether it meets the requirement or not. If it gets, we get accepted deliverable, and then we go to the closing of the project. This is kind of a quick summary of PMP. If you want to look at the details of this document, here is the video. I put it at the end. Have a look at that and do subscribe it. Put your comments. Did you like this quick summary? And thank you very much for the watching.